Hey guys, I just wanted to do a video really quick about Canvas. I think this is going to be helpful for parents who are a little bit confused or don't know what Canvas looks like and about what their student should be doing every day for American history. Also, I think it's going to be helpful for students who might have confusion about like where to find the warm-up form or where to submit assignments and stuff like that. If you feel pretty good about like how to navigate the daily posts on Canvas and how to fill out the Google Forms and submit assignments, that's great. Go ahead and skip to the closer to the end of the video because I am going to be doing a little bit about the Canvas gradebook, which I don't really think any of us have that much knowledge with. So real quick though, before I get to the gradebook, I do want to talk about the anatomy of a daily Canvas post for this class, and kind of where you can find where you submit stuff and how you do the daily attendance warm up Google form and stuff like that. Um, so let's just click on yesterday's post right here. You can see every post is labeled with the objective number as well as the day that we are doing that stuff. So here's what a post looks like. At the top, you have the objective and the vocab that you can put into your objective tracker. Then I have links to any Zooms that I'm doing that day. The Zooms are always optional, but I think they're great if you have any questions. I'll even do the mastery questions with you, just like straight up sit here, talk them out with you, if that's something that you're interested in doing. So there are the Zooms and any passwords that go with them. The warm up form, this is important, right? This is how I'm keeping track of your attendance, like who is attending class every day. And I mark this down in my paper grade book. And then at the end of the week, I go back and I contact people who hadn't checked in for multiple days. These Google Forms are also important though, because they include questions about content that we did the day before. And then I gather all of that data and then I show you the next day. So like all of this stuff here was all based on the warm-up form that you did the previous day. So once you fill out the Google form, then you are ready to go look at your notes and classwork for the day. So for your notes, you have a few different options. You can do the notes outline document, which is on Canvas. It's also on your objective tracker. So it's right here. It's just the normal notes outline that we've seen in class before. You can also look at the notes PowerPoint if you want, where I've linked this and you're able to click through this stuff at your own pace. You can also click on any links that'll take you to videos if you want to watch those. Lastly, you could watch the YouTube notes where I do a video just like this of me explaining the notes to you. I try to keep them underneath 10 minutes. This is not a great example because it's a little bit longer. However, usually these notes are about 10 minutes long, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. Okay, then you move on to the classwork. I've been trying to make it so that classwork takes several days. Not that it's a lot of work, it's just that it's not like 1 day's worth of material and then you get a new classwork each day. I feel like that would be a little bit too much. So, for example, this assignment right here is designed to be completed over 3 days using the information that you learn in 3 different objectives. So you could do a little bit of it each day and be fine. Turn it in at the end of Unit 5 on the 28th. That is when that is due. And then your closure is just to answer the mastery questions in your objective tracker based on what you learned in the notes in the classwork. And then there's another column called lingering questions. This is where you can just write down any questions that you have about the content that day that you can ask me either in a Zoom that afternoon, or it could be through email or text or whatever, so that you can kind of remind yourself and keep track of the questions that you have for me. And then, like I said, at the bottom here is where I keep track of the data that I've gathered from the warm-up form the day before. Okay, so that's the anatomy of a general daily post. I do want to go now look at the gradebook feature. So over here, back on our home page, on the right side, you would click on grades. So I don't like Canvas gradebook at all. It's not user-friendly to me as the teacher or really to you for the student, I don't think. But I've tried to do some things that'll make it the most meaningful and useful for you. So I couldn't get some of these things to disappear off of your like grades. It doesn't count against you. There's no scores here or anything, even though it says missing, don't worry about it. But anything that does not have an asterisk beside it, do not worry about. Okay. Really, the only things that you should have turned in by now are going to be Unit 4 stuff. So it's these 4 assignments that I have put little asterisks on either side of. If you go over on this side, it'll tell you the status of the assignment. So the student is missing 404 as well as the objective tracker. It'll also tell you how many points out of how many points it was worth that you earned. And then over here, if it has a little like comment dialog box icon, click on that and it'll say what my comments were. All right. Quick note on this specific assignment 403, a lot of you guys did Google Doc uploads for that. And that's really cool because it allowed me to annotate my comments directly on your assignment. So for most of you guys for 403, you're not going to have a dialog box here because I left you all of my feedback on your document. So you can go click on this assignment and go look at what you turned in and you'll see my feedback on top of it. And then one last thing, if you scroll to the bottom down here, do not worry about any of this information. It's not calculated in a way that really makes any sense to me. Again, I'm not a math teacher, but like this doesn't mean anything to us. So you really just want to make sure for the assignments that have asterisks beside them that you have turned something in and you're getting as close to full credit as possible. If you do that and then you fill out the daily warm-up Google Forms, you will be in the best possible situation for whatever happens with grades at the end of the semester. All right, just keep your participation up through turning your assignments in and filling out those Google Forms, and you'll be good to go. Please let me know if you have any questions in the future, and I'm hoping to provide more updates on grades and stuff like that as soon as we have them. Okay, thanks.